Good morning. I know that many of you paid a price for speaking up, and I did as well. But this is what I believe. There comes a time in every person's life when the person has to choose. He has to choose between his group and himself. He has to choose between his stuff, his job, his status, and his own honor. See? And it will be the most important decision of his life, I think. Because if he chooses his stuff or his group, and he's lost. If he chooses his own honor and his truth, well, then he will win. Yeah. And here's a guy who did this. And it's interesting because he's a journalist. He's working for one of the big globalist newspapers here in Sweden. Its name is Sydsvenskan. And his name is Mats Skogkärr. So he is writing for this newspaper. And then he tweeted himself personally. And this is what he tweeted. I want to read it to you. Here it is. When you see the left's most sexual arousal over the riots in the United States, over the looting, fires and violence, it is also easier to understand its quest to create a similar condition here by immigration with a large immigrant ethnified and segregated underclass. Yeah, so you see, he decided to go with his honor. And of course, he will be winning from now on. Yeah. Now, there was a reaction, of course, from the lefties. They got very upset with him, and they attacked him and the newspaper. And the newspaper decided, I'm not surprised at all, they decided to move him to a new job within the paper where he will not be able to write. But this guy is standing tall. He says that he will not accept the move. He says, I believe that my actions fall within the scope of the broad freedom of expression that applies in Sweden. It must also apply to opinions and statements that are perceived as offensive. Yeah, brilliant. Respect to this guy. I also want to tell you about a letter that the guys in Brussels received the other day. They were not happy about this letter. It was addressed to the EU Commission expressing resolute opposition to compulsory redistribution of migrants among EU member states. Yeah, we've seen this before, but this is a letter, it's signed by some countries. And it was actually signed by these countries: Slovenia, Hungary, Poland, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Estonia and Latvia. Yeah. So of course this is a big problem to Brussels. They keep going on about this solution about redistributing migrants. Yeah, they haven't let this go at all. Finally, I want to tell you about another tweet. There was a woman who shaved herself bald to show support for Black Lives Matter. Yeah, I'm not surprised about this either. It's just so weird, isn't it? What do these people have to do to show support? And why are they doing it? Isn't it enough to say, yeah, I support blacks? That's okay, isn't it? You can just say it. No, you have to shave your head. I don't get it. All right. That's all. Be good. Bye.